Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King Classic and our Blood Elf Mage playthrough. Thank you guys so much for clicking on the video and choosing to join me here today. I really do appreciate it. We are going to be making a bit of a long run, I think, unless, yeah, see, we don't have our Hearthstone set properly, so it will be a little bit of a run. We will cut through over here. And we'll make a little stop at the Farsighted Retreat, and we'll grab those Springpaw appetizers so that we don't forget later. And then we're going to be fighting some trolls, which should be fun. I did train levels 8 and 10, I think. We picked up a bunch of abilities that we will talk about as we travel here. So we picked up Arcane Missiles, which we probably won't be using a lot of because, well, we're not going Arcane. Launches Arcane Missiles at the enemy, causing 24 arcane damage every second for 3 seconds. Nonetheless, it's a cool ability, so we're going to see it at least once or twice. We got Conjure Water rank 2, which we are going to get going here in a second. We got Polymorph, which is going to be amazing for us. Fireball rank 2. And what else did we get? We got Frost Armor rank 2. We got Frost Nova, which is great. We'll do that here, maybe. Frostbolt rank 2 we can drag out. And yeah, that should be everything. So yeah, we're going to be a lot more powerful now. We're going to have this freeze, so when they get close to us, we can just stop them in their tracks most of the time. It's going to be good. And on that note about, like, surviving, a lot of you guys have asked me, are you going to keep a death counter in this run since we've been doing so much hardcore over in Vanilla Classic? And the answer is yes. I'm obviously keeping track of how many times I die on this character because I am interested in a future of maybe some potential Wrath of the Lich King hardcore, just for something different in the future down the road. So I just want to make sure that it's not, like, super easy. You know what I mean? Because the classes feel really, really powerful compared to their vanilla counterparts. Right out the gate, right? And the enemies are all feeling a little bit weaker. There's a lot of stuff at play, I feel like. I don't know all the numbers tuning. I'm not that kind of person. What it feels like to me in Wrath is that the enemies are weaker, the classes are more powerful. It's one or the other or a combination of the two, but ultimately the effect is the same. And that is that, after playing hardcore for a while, just checking, I upgraded my graphics drivers, and sometimes that sets this back to 100%. After playing hardcore for a while, you kind of see things a little bit differently, and you kind of start to yearn for that challenge of not dying. So yeah, I'm keeping track of how many deaths. So far, obviously, we're at 0. We can get the Springpaw appetizers here. I seek Springpaw appetizers. Other things I did, I picked up cooking and first aid. You can see I got a bunch of ingredients to make some spice bread to really get that going. I didn't find a fishing trainer yet. We will find one. And we'll do a little bit of first aid. Obviously, we're going to want to spend a lot of our cloth on tailoring. But first aid is essential. Everybody needs it, and we're going to learn it. That being said, and that being done, let's head out here. We've got Amani Berserkers and Axe Throwers to kill. I'm going to untrack some of these ones that we're just not working on right now. Just trying to get a feel for the range. So it says blast enemies near the caster for 20 to 22 frost damage, holding them in place for up to 8 seconds. Now it says near. Unfortunately, near is not an exact description of where someone would have to be to get frozen. So we'll have to kind of play with it and figure it out. Let's go ahead and make some food and water for ourselves. gonna get more going than that. So now this water is giving us 437 mana over 21 seconds. And milk is doing the same. So you see how we kind of get access to the level water before we train it. So it's kind of hard to say if we should spend any money on it or not. We have a lot of silver, so buying some milk or melon juice or whatever the next at-level thing is not really a big deal. We'll have enough gold to go around for all the things we need. Remember the mounts? The mounts cost basically nothing. That's kind of my other worry about like a hardcore... This is what a wand is for, boys. Yeah, we need a wand. My other worry about a hardcore Wrath of the Lich King is just that, you know, you get your mount so early, everything is so cheap. Once you're on your mount, you know, it speeds everything up. You start to feel a little bit invincible. So we'll see. We'll see how this playthrough goes and how many times we die, if we die. And then that'll let me gauge, you know, potential possibility for Wrath hardcore runs in the future. Because I know a couple of you guys have been expressing interest in that. You know, and I understand from a perspective of like, you could really like the class iterations in Wrath of the Lich King. But maybe you're not a big fan of like your favorite classes and how they played in vanilla. But you want to do hardcore, so yeah, there should be a place for you to do that. I heard a little bit of rumblings that there's some people on the Horde side on Maladath that do hardcore, like that's where the small community's at. I would never encourage anyone to start a character on Maladath, unfortunately. It's a dead server, and you should just avoid it. I really want there to be a home for Wrath hardcore, but I don't think it should be Maladath. And the thing that the reason why I say that is because it seems like it's unbalanced. From what I heard, it's mainly just the Horde side. And I don't think that's how a true hardcore server should be. So I can't, even if that's true that they have a small hardcore community there, I really can't recommend anybody go there and do that. Maybe if we get to the point where we are ready to try Wrath hardcore, maybe we will pick a server. And that's what we'll do. Let's see arcane missiles here. It looks cooler when you can get all of them off without it being interrupted. And it's actually quite powerful, at least initially. I'm going to take you out first. That must have missed. Alright, here is Spearcrafter Otembe. He has the hammer that we need. Let's back up. I really want to find my max range here for Frostbolt at least. And really start getting used to that. And I guess ultimately for me, since I am doing so much hardcore and it is the thing that I'm really interested in, I have to play all my characters like that. You know, I have to try to live. Because I can't afford to have reflexes for one game that are not reflexes for the other version. It all has to be the same reflexes. If I start purposely being lazier in this mode of play, it's going to negatively affect our hardcore runs. So I'll just try to be careful, you know, even though I feel super strong. Alright, we've got guys to the right and left. We did just hit level 12, which is nice. Let's get this guy's quest.
Hello, man.
Come closer, don't be afraid. Vengeance is not going to hurt you. Us Darkspears are mortal enemies of the Amani, just like you. Their boss, Zolmarash, is an evil troll. He gave me a bad poison and left me in this cage to die. I'm not scared of dying. I've seen death in the eye and I laughed at her. I cannot die in peace yet, though. Not until Zulmarash is dead, too. Find him, cross the lake in Zebwatha. I hold this poison off until you bring me his big ugly head. And only then will I die peacefully.
Stay away.
Yes, I did just translate that back into just normal English. Because I really dislike the stupid accent that Blizzard gives the trolls sometimes. It's not even at this point, it was never really for me a matter of if it was offensive. It probably is offensive, and I believe that it is. I hate it just because it's bad. Yeah, I think it sounds stupid. I think the way they execute on it is weak. I believe that the way they execute on it is only like half-assed. They do it sometimes and not other times. I'm sure certain quests are written without really much guidance on what kind of NPC is going to be giving the quest. So sometimes you talk to trolls that they're just normal basic English. And it's like, and then you talk to another troll and they put so many mons in it that you just want to bash your head into your desk instead of reading it. So what I do is I read it the way I want. And I feel like that works better for me than trying to do their little voices. What kind of action do we got going on here today? Not a lot. Not a lot. 5 people. Leveling up in Wrath is definitely a solo adventure. It's definitely a solo adventure. You could probably do dungeons. Obviously, we will do dungeons, and that shouldn't be hard to do. What I'm hoping for is that at some point during this playthrough, they will update the looking for dungeon tool, so that at some point during this playthrough, you know, like when we're going into Northrend, I'm hoping we'll be able to do automated group finding for Wrath. By the time we get this character into Northrend, that's what I would want to see. And I think they're getting close. Didn't it come originally in the 3.3 patch? Isn't that when they put it in? And then like the Forge of Souls dungeon and all those dungeons that dropped epics at the end, they put those in too. So I'm kind of hoping that happens sooner. I'm kind of hoping we get the LFD in the next big update. I feel like they had enough time without it. They got this. They stood by their guns, right? They couldn't release it too soon because they said we're not putting it in right now. We feel like the game is better without it, so they stood by their guns. They kept it out of the game for a long time, and now it's time to put it in because it belongs in this game. It belongs in this version of the game, and it would enable people to do so many more dungeons. And people love dungeons, Blizz. Yeah, there's a lot of us that just love to run dungeons. I've leveled up entire characters in my past doing dungeons, and I know people prefer that to this day, so... Let them auto-queue, man. The best times I had doing dungeons, leveling characters, I would just read books between queues. You know, you'd have a 12 to 15 minute queue. Stand in town, pull out a book and read. I read Hemingway like that. I read the Sherlock Holmes original collection like that. I read stuff that I would not have taken my reading time to read. And I used my queue wait time as like a DPS class to read instead. It was good. Good use of time. This guy we don't need, Shadow Priest. We do maybe need to make our way back here to get his head though, right? Oh, is he over this way? Yeah, he's over here. Okay. Yeah, we can head over that way. But I'm wondering, though, there's a quest to get items, right? Doesn't somebody give us a quest to get items? Or am I confusing that like I often do with the troll quest in the Ghostlands? I can never keep the 2 troll areas straight in my head. And I'm not really sure why. One of them you have to collect weapons and stuff off of the trolls. The other place you don't do that. And I just don't know which is which. You would think I would. I've leveled the Blood Elf characters extensively. Okay, they're both moving around. I don't like it. Let's take this one out first, and then we'll get the one on the left. Oh wait, were they a mage? Did they... For some reason I thought they would have been a priest. Oh, they were a paladin. Okay. Well then I'm glad that what we gave them was useful. We do need to... We do need to get up here though. Yeah. I can't. It's a hardcore run. Where are they at? Oh no. Alright, this is where it goes wrong, right? Let's see if we can deal with this. I'd like to drop the others. And keep him, right? Let's pop a potion. Get a little bit of mana back. Guys, we got him. Now all we have to do is chain the other two. And we lived. And it was actually a little bit exhilarating. Now listen. Well, is it a little bit rude of us to not group with that guy? Absolutely not. Nope. I have to play the game the way I want to enjoy it. And right now I'm trying to find out what it's like to do a hardcore run in Wrath of the Lich King. And that means we can't group in the open world. Will we do dungeons? Yeah, we're gonna do dungeons, guys. We'll do dungeons on this character. But I'm gonna treat the open world a little bit like hardcore. I really want to see what it's like. I'm also kind of worried that like the hardcore markers that people found in the code for the 10.1 patch, I'm kind of worried like what if Blizzard makes their official hardcore realms in the whatever the current classic is. Like just in the current, like how in Diablo 4 you go to make a character and it asks you if you want it to be hardcore. Like you'd go into Wrath and you'd like click hardcore server, hardcore character. And I'm worried that they're not going to put it in the vanilla era. So I'm seeing what this would be like if this is what they did. If they made a hardcore Wrath of the Lich King server, because in one way that would be cool, because then they would leave Bloodcell Buccaneers alone. Bloodcell Buccaneers can continue being amazing without Blizzard's attempt to like replace it. Now there's a quest here. What is it that he dropped an item? Yes, it is. Okay, yeah, I'm just babbling and wasting time. You know, it's fine. Though you don't understand the language in these battle plans, you clearly make out a map marking the positions of the Farsighted Retreat and Fairbreeze Village. You'd best let Lieutenant Dawnrunner at the Farsighted Retreat know about this. Okay, there we go. Now we're good. Yeah, what would be really great, I guess, you know, what I would like to see is like, yeah, if they wanted to do hardcore servers, maybe Blizzard does the Wrath hardcore servers officially, and that way they can do whatever they want with them. And then that way, like, the community doesn't have to make a decision of, like, whether they're going to play on official Blizzard realms or whether they're going to stick it out on Bloodcell Buccaneers. Because I think Bloodcell Buccaneers and the way it came up organically, like, player-made, is really, really special, and I would never want us to lose that. But what worries me is if Blizzard does official vanilla hardcore servers, there's probably going to be a way for them to incentivize people to play there. I don't know what that is yet. But I feel like that might happen. So yeah. Wouldn't it be nice if they just didn't do that and if they made, like, hardcore Wrath instead? I have to get down to the waterfall, correct, for the Mage quest? That's gonna hurt. Okay. A little bit risky. Obviously not the riskiest thing we did. That was when we pulled the name guy and 2 trolls. I kind of like the idea that on hardcore Wrath, you could do crazier stuff like that Like, that's something that would have killed us in vanilla, okay? Had we pulled 3 guys in the manner in which we did and tried to fight them still, like tried to keep the one, we'd have died, because a lot of them were ranged guys. But we were able to live, and that was fun and exciting and interesting to me. How do we need to get where we're going? We need to get back over to this guy. Unfortunately, we do have to go back to him to turn this one in. But maybe what we'll do on this character prior to level 70, because, you know, I kind of want to do endgame stuff on this character eventually. Prior to level 70, maybe we'll do the hardcore thing of only doing each dungeon once. Only killing each boss once. And honestly, we'll probably level so fast that there won't be a lot of need for us to farm dungeons anyway. So, yeah, maybe we'll do that. That could be interesting. See how that goes. To know that whatever loot you get is what you get, and you won't be back. Maybe that's also a way just to make sure that we do them all, right? We do them all once. And maybe not all, because listen, once we get to like the Sunken Temples, the Blackrock Depths, I have no interest in those. So we're going to Outland, and then we'll be doing Outland things.
Talk to me. Lita.
Oh, nice, very nice. So good for us. We got a free wand. Yeah, we need to get our enchanting going, because I do, at level 13, I want to be able to craft the greater wand, and we're very far away from that right now. Because we need to disenchant lots of green items that we have not crafted yet. Today I'm going to have to pick up enchanting and tailoring, and I really need to get some time aside to get those going. We're not getting lots of random greens yet, but we are getting some. That's kind of the issue. Like, I could be disenchanting that. That was not the button I wanted. Not at all. I have a recipe for lynx meat, so I really want to actually be targeting any lynxes that we pass that are going to give experience. I do want to be killing them for their meat, because apparently it's delicious. Mm-hmm.
Our enemies will fall.
Good work, Rambles. With more people like you, will soon restore our lands to their former glory.
Shorel Oran, we will have justice.
The trolls have been keeping us pinned here while planning an attack on Fairbreeze Village. We were not expecting this at all.
The reckoning is at
Go to
hand.
Fairbreeze Village and notify Ranger Degolian of the Amani plans. Even with Zul Marash dead, Fairbreeze must prepare for a troll attack. Tell Degolian I will send him reinforcements as soon as possible.
Keep your wits about you.
So that's having us go back to the other hub.
Everything has a price.
Let's sell some stuff here. We need to keep this at the tailoring pattern. We need to keep this to DE. Need to keep that to cook. We can get rid of the refreshing water, maybe, although I think that there might be use for it in cooking. It's relatively cheap, though. I think the inventory space is probably more beneficial to us. And we probably don't need the milk anymore now that we can make the same level stuff. Okay. Yeah, that's as good as it gets for us right now.
State your business. Death to all who oppose us.
There's truth to the rumors, Rambles. This hammer is light and strong at once. I shall manage to complete several of my unfinished projects, and of course, I'll let you have first pick. Okay, staff it is.
Be ready for anything.
That's a cool looking staff. Alright, so let's head over here and turn in our mage quest, and then we'll loop back around to Fairbreeze Village. Maybe we should make a stop in Silvermoon to grab tailoring and enchanting. That's actually what we should do. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Glory to the Sindori.
Only water from the Elrondel Falls has the purity required for use with magic. Okay.
Farewell.
He holds the phial up to the light and examines it closely. Yes, this will do. Well done, Rambles.
Remember the Sunwell.
You may have noticed the walking trees near the Elrodar Falls. As the keepers of nature, they are infused with a primal magic we can reform to our own purposes using the pure water you have already brought me. Holy run-on sentence. Good. Unfortunately, the green keepers are gnarled and twisted creatures, so you may need to kill a few before you find a usable branch. Okay. We're gonna get a pretty decent staff out of this.
The reckoning is at hand.
So, yeah, let's, well, that's nowhere near where we, really need to be. That's a little bit unfortunate, because I feel like they're gonna keep having us come back to this guy. Let's circle around to Fairbreeze Village, and then we'll cut through here, and then we'll come all the way back up, it looks like. And then maybe at the end of everything, we will stop at Silvermoon. But I feel like we're about to be done here in Eversong Woods, correct? I think we're about to be done. And we're going to be heading down into the Ghostlands. Those guards were like, you got too close to the road. We are bored. I wonder if when they set up mobs like that can attack each other, if when they program their pathways, if they know that interaction is going to happen, and if they know how often that exact interaction happens. Were we missing something for Serathil's? Oh, because we never went to Silvermoon. That's why we don't have Serathil's Haven completed. Okay.
The eternal sun.
It would have been
guides
really
us.
smart then in that case to have stopped in Silvermoon first.
Keep your wits about you.
As I'm sure some of you were shouting at your screens. To be fair, I hardly ever do Serathil's Haven at all, so... This quest is kind of a bummer because it ends and they're like, there's gonna be a troll attack, thanks for warning us. And then of course, because it's Burning Crusade and it's World of Warcraft, there is no troll attack that happens. Whereas if it were any other kind of RPG, that was not an MMO, and not World of Warcraft, there would have been a troll attack. And we would have fought it, and there would have been a boss at the end of it, and that would have been the culmination of the quest line, and it would have felt like something had ended, you know? That there was a beginning, and there was a middle, and there was a conclusion. But there really are no quests like that in most of Classic. You get some more stuff like that, mainly starting in Wrath of the Lich King. You get a fruition on some quest lines. They actually come to a conclusion that feels like a story was told. A small story, and like not too deep, but a story of some sort. But yeah, in vanilla, things typically kind of dead end, and Burning Crusade is kind of the same exact way. Burning Crusade is a little bit better about some things. But so many little threads just drop, fall away by the wayside, never get picked back up again. Okay, so here are the treants. Living branch. So it's going to be a random drop off of any of them. It could happen quick. Could take time. Oh, we missed with that. We also need to get shoot out to our bar so that we can actually fire our wand that we've equipped. Here we go. Just put that here. Okay, that did not take long at all. Back to the north we go. We could spend our talent point, that would be a good idea. Let's just keep bringing the cast time of Fireball down, making it faster and faster. Feels pretty good. I took us the scenic route, okay? Yeah, it's not that I got lost or don't know where I'm going. I purposely took us the scenic route. Okay, we're going to turn this in, and then we will go into Silvermoon. We'll grab the item we need from the inn vendor for Serathos Haven, and then we will find
Anaria Shola,
tailoring
Shorel
and
Aran.
enchanting.
Keep your wits about you.
Let's take the staff.
Remember the sun well.
Okay, let's have a look. So the tailoring is up here, and then unfortunately enchanting is all the way in the back. Because of course it is. Let's go all the way to the back first, and then we'll cut through the bazaar on the way out. Okay, and then the item we need. We can get right in here.
Choose wisely.
And it's the Sun-Touched Reserve, right? Yep.
Shorel Aran.
Alright, there we go. The party never ends has been completed. Weirdly, no music plays in this inn. It's a little bit disturbing and not very inn-like. Usually the inns have the best music.
Anaria Shola. Shorel Aran.
State your business. The reckoning is at hand.
Alright,
Salama
so...
Ashalinore.
Let's see. There you go. We've gotten it going. It's a start. Even the lesser magic wand would be an upgrade over what we have. So we need a runed copper rod, which I'm pretty sure we can just buy from a trades good vendor. Or no, we can make the rod, but we need a copper rod from a trade goods vendor. We have to do this before we can do anything else. Okay, with that done, let's head back to the south and we will grab tailoring. And then I think we'll hearth back to Falconwing Square, and then we'll take that down to the south.
Victory lies ahead. We will have justice.
The dark times will pass.
Alright, we've got all the professions that we need besides fishing,
We will have
which
justice.
we'll get eventually. It's not a huge rush. We'll pick it up. Some of these are going to be things that I'll do off recording. I will be able to do them safely from a city. Things like, the tailoring, the repetitive enchanting. That'll be stuff that I do off recording, in between other things. Because yeah, they are quite boring to watch. Things like letting the 40 spiced bread run, I will do like at the end after I finish recording. So let's see, yeah, we're heading over to the party, but then we need to loop around and visit Runewater Darien. A lot of running around in this one, unfortunately, and we just gotta get down into the Ghostlands. Now, this is still marked, but I'm convinced we've done this already. We'll go try to turn it in and see what happens. Questy's been having a lot of problems recently. I've been trying to keep it updated, but seems like it gets kind of worse and worse all the time. And I've been considering, I'm going to be disabling Questy for the hardcore runs, and I've been considering dropping it for everything. Because it's kind of a distraction. It's sometimes not accurate. Sometimes it has little bugs and glitches, and it's very finicky about certain things. And I find myself fiddling with it, talking about it, complaining about it, looking at it again, questioning myself. It's just become a distraction for right now. So, yeah, probably be disabling it soon. Oh, that's right. There were actually there was a tailoring and an enchanting trainer right here. I think when we were there originally, we must not have had the money to train them, or we just didn't notice that they were there. Because yeah, there's definitely tailoring and enchanting just hanging out right there. This will be the first time I've completed Serathil's Haven in like 15 years. Fun fact. I don't usually do this quest. Which is silly because it's a really easy one to complete.
Anu Belore Delana. Farewell.
Allows the bearer full access to everything the party has to offer.
The reckoning is at hand.
I have to remember to get that out of our inventory immediately. Can we actually get anything out of that? Like, it allows us to come over here.
Our enemies will fall.
The party is just the
We
best.
will
persevere.
have justice. The
Keep
dark
your wits
times
about
will
you.
pass.
Glory to the Sindori. Time is of the essence.
I heard a rumor that we're all going to watch the battle with the Scourge at the border tonight. How delightfully wicked.
We
Okay.
will have justice.
I have one-of-a-kind items.
I'm sure you
Keep your
do.
wits
Can we?
about
Okay, so let's see. We can click on. Oh, it's alcoholic beverage. Okay, I see. So we can just drop that. Don't know if we need that other letter, so we'll hang on to it. Okay, I think going around the Scorched Grove is going to be the fastest way to get there, right? Pretty sure that's what it looks like. These guys are all at level, so we're going to clear our way through. It's good kill experience. Can level up our wand a little bit. It obviously needs it. Priest Mace of Power. Increases attack power by 2. Didn't the Priest Mace of Power used to be like shadow magic bonus or something? Back in vanilla? Pretty sure it was. Fireball's 24 mana and Fire Blast is 46, so I should probably just not really Fire Blast unless I really need to. That being said, our mana has been fine for the most part. Ah, there's a chest over here we'll grab really quick. See, something's going on with this where, like, is he just not here? Oh, I'm not even at the right place. Robert, you're just not even at the right place, man. You need to chill. I guess if I want to freeze them and do target practice, I have to freeze them when they have a little bit more health, don't I? Because we are definitely finishing them off with the damage from Frost Nova, which I wasn't trying to do. I was trying to freeze them and then get a couple wand hits in to level up the wand, but needed to leave them a little bit more alive to accomplish that.
Victory lies ahead. Hold your head
Excellent.
high.
The defenses should hold off the Scourge a bit longer. Thank you for lending us a hand, Rambles.
Stay the course.
And that is it. Okay, with that, guys, we are done here. We're done here in Eversong Woods. We are heading into the Ghostlands. And yeah, dinging level 13 and then heading into the Ghostlands, that's a really good level to go into Ghostlands. So yeah, we're not going to do any zone hopping right now. Sometimes we would go into Silver Pine and try to target lower level quests. We're not going to be doing any of that in this playthrough. We are just going to keep on keeping on and see how that goes. I think that it will be absolutely wonderful. There might even be a modicum of challenge involved in some of the quests if we don't do any zone hopping. We will have to see. You're a little bit too close to the road for my liking. To me, Ghostlands was always Duskwood for the Horde. It's kind of a similar... Obviously, it's more magical. But the color-wise, like the color palette and the ambient colors are pretty similar. And there's lots of undead and stuff, so the vibe is also very similar.
State your business. Remember the Sunwell.
Finally, we waited for a response from the Regent Lord for weeks. Let me see here. Vandal begins to read the letter. What's this? A dark presence? He senses a dark presence in Ghostlands? No kidding. I could have told him that. This is what we've been waiting for? Sorry, dude. Don't kill the messenger.
The reckoning is at hand. Shorel-Aran.
I know it seems strange, but these Forsaken are here to help. You should speak with their leader, High Executor Mavrin. He's in the tower west of town. And Mage, when you're done talking with him, return to me. I have something dire that needs to be dealt with immediately.
We will have justice.
Okay.
I am forsaken.
I know that we Forsaken appear monstrous to your eyes, but I assure you that we mean your people no harm. We are here because of a common enemy, Darkon the Traitor. He has returned and now commands the Scourge that are invading this land from the steadfast Deathholm to the south. Our leader, Lady Sylvanas Windrunner, originally hails from these lands, and in fact used to be an elf. She has a history with Darkon, and wants him dead as much as your people do. We will defeat him together, Mage.
Watch your back.
Now, my friend, if you would be so kind as to return to Arcanist Vandal, I know that he is very anxious to send you out on your first missions here in the Ghostlands. We're counting on you, Rambles. Don't let us down.
Remember, patience.
And these guys are not willing to give us quests yet. We'll have to prove ourselves and level up a little bit, it seems. Although a lot of other people are now willing to help us a little bit, now that we have some reputation here. Let's come talk to the apothecary.
What is it? Trust no one.
To find a cure for the plague, we need to understand how it affects different creatures, from the most complex life forms to the lowliest subspecies. I've come here to study the Murlocs, since like us, they've retained free will in undeath. What makes these lowly mongrels so special? I need to find out. Travel northwest and bring me their spines so that I may study the accumulation of plague in their marrow. Who knows what secrets their little bones hold?
Farewell.
Now we're trying to cure the plague. You know, we spent a lot of time trying to make a plague. Now he's trying to cure it. I don't know. It's weird. We got Forsaken working, you know, in opposition, seemingly. Goods from Silvermoon City is probably just a breadcrumb.
What now? Beware the living.
Yep.
Hello.
How am I supposed to supply the war effort when I cannot even safely get my supplies here? I was promised an escort that never came, and then I had to leave one of my carts behind to the west when I was attacked by a band of ghouls. I want to help out. Or do want to help out? Yes, we do. We want to help you. We'll get your supplies. And Arcanist
Our
Evangel.
enemies will fall.
Oh good, there you are, and just in time. There is much to be done.
Farewell.
We're surrounded here, Mage. The outlying villages have all been overrun by the Scourge. You must head northeast to Suncrown Village immediately and deal with the Nerubian Scourge menace. You can't miss them, they're spider-like creatures. There's no time to waste. Quel'The Lost must be reclaimed.
The reckoning is at hand.
It's interesting that they refer to it as Quel'The Lost, but we refer to it as the Ghostlands.
Victory lies ahead. Death to all who oppose us.
Oh, did he have another quest also? Or did we miss one? We must have missed a quest. What did we miss? We missed the wanted poster. That's for Knuckle-Ra and Luzran, right? Oh yeah, they're not going to be elites, are they? Because this is Wrath. I think they're not elites anymore. That's going to be good for us to be able to complete that one. And yeah, guys, I think I'm going to take a break here. Had a really good time just finishing up Eversong Woods, getting into the Ghostlands. It's been really great. And I'm really digging the Mage. We got our wand now. We've got our professions going.
We will persevere.
We feel
The reckoning
super
is
powerful.
at hand.
We feel really powerful. That it's kind of scary.
We will have
And yeah, I kind of like using the lower levels of this run to kind of test what it would be like to do a Wrath of the Lich King hardcore run. Because yeah, that's the kind of thing that's been on my mind recently. I would love to know what you guys think about that. And as always, thank you guys for being here and for all the support. I really do appreciate you. And until next time, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back here in Azeroth again very soon. Bye for now.